So here we are, live at UN headquarters.
Yes.
Look at this big man.
How are
It's
you doing,
Monday the
Uncle Ben?
23rd.
Monday the 23rd.
It's
Today-
always lovely to see you here at UN headquarters. What have you been up to today?
Well, today I came in my capacity as United Nations Goodwill Ambassador for Environment for Africa. And also, somebody who believes that we are at a time when we need to bring various voices, various sectors, everybody together to focus on this climate issue. So today I was on the floor for the climate summit, and I was also invited to play and speak to a room full of about 300 world leaders, business leaders, and I got to really talk to them about how this issue is of great importance.
What was the main thrust of what you are trying to tell them, not just in talk but in music and in advocacy?
Well, my whole thing is that we live at a time when the whole thing of our environment and preservation of our environment has to become a moral issue. I think it's the biggest, shall I say, moral challenge of our time.
Okay.
So for business leaders, regardless of what they think, their bottom line, for civil leaders, regardless of what they think, everybody has to know that at the basic, foundation of it, it is about us being able to preserve this earth for future generations. So if you have kids, if you have family, if you wake up and you breathe the air, you have to be concerned.
Don't just take it for granted.
Don't just take it for granted. But then at the same time too, it is also an issue where we have to bring, different parts of the community and different parts of, business leaders together to work on it, because it's bigger than everybody.
If somebody's, like you said, is bigger than everybody, is bigger than one person or one nation.
Yes.
If people are watching you and I here at headquarters, all the talk is what do we do to save the planet and fight climate
There is a
change?
simple solution.
Okay.
The simple solution
Yeah.
is in terms of repopulating the earth with more trees. Planting more trees around the world. Right now, I am working to launch a 100,000 tree planting initiative in Accra with the mayor
In
of
Accra alone?
Yes, in Accra alone.
I've
Because-
always dreamt of every house having 2 or 3
Yes.
trees mandated by. If every house in Accra can have a tree, like we see here in New
It will
York.
be change. It will be life changing, because this year, I had opportunity of. I was in Geneva for the big UN conference there, and I met the covenant of mayors, mayors from different parts of the world, and everybody's coming around to see how they could populate their cities with trees. So I had opportunity of really connecting with the mayor of Accra too.
How is Accra going to achieve this?
Well, I'm collaborating with the mayor. First of all, we're going to bring schools, we're going to bring religious leaders, civil society, musicians,
If somebody's,
actors.
I'm not interrupting, if somebody's skeptical about what the mayor can do,
Well, the thing is that the mayor can only put his energy and input into it. But in the long run, it has to be something that has to be adapted by communities. Communities have to be stakeholders. Because if you don't have the chiefs and communities being stakeholders in this initiative, you only plant trees and leave, and you will not have anybody taking care of it. Because it's one thing planting it, but it's another thing also taking care of it. And for me, that is why I'm going to go into the communities, meet the chiefs, bring everybody on board. Because it's not a matter of announcing 100,000 trees. It's a matter of getting everybody involved. Because in the long run, I remember I was in Accra on a very hot day. And we're walking around in neighborhoods, and there was not even one tree there.
for you to seek
seek shade, it was hot everywhere. People, and there was one tree, and I saw everybody under that tree. And I was like, this will be a game changer for us.
Can we
Yes.
start like a pilot, maybe in one good, receptive part of Accra,
Well, it's going to
where
start.
everybody can see that over 6 months, over 1 year, from 10 trees, let's say Medina, now we have 200 trees, so that is a way to go.
Yes, we're gonna. The thing is that we're gonna start at a place. We're gonna start it small, and then create catalytic events, and then inspire leaders and meet communities and meet leaders of churches, political leaders. Everybody is. It's not a matter of me. It's a matter of us. that all of us coming together and because in the long run, if we plant trees, it's going to be for generations, and it's also going to help in terms of the increase, the climate change that is really, temperatures are rising in so many places. So we have to also proactively be able to confront this issue. Today we have world leaders, have joined world leaders here talking about climate change, but there has to be practical ways that people can be part of it. And I think planting trees is the practical way that everybody can be part of the solution.
One thing I've seen in Accra, you go into some homes, they don't want to do gardening and landscaping. Everything is concrete and tiled.
Well, the thing
what
is
would you say to the owners of those homes?
Well, the thing is that in the beginning, it's not everybody that's going to be on board. But if our conviction, our work, we focus on it and we bring people together, I think, and then we also encourage the youth to be part of it. I think that we'll gather a certain momentum that eventually will win over everybody. Because for me, it's not that because it's a good idea, that means everybody has to be part of it immediately. I still leave space for others to convince others. And I think that's what is going to happen, that we want to create that movement. I don't want to travel around the world in my capacity as a goodwill ambassador, talking about, taking care of the environment in various places without doing my due diligence in my own country.
Charity begins at home.
Charity begins at home.
Let me just show, this is the, he says, here we go. Okay, Rocky Dawuni says, when you want to tackle climate change and have climate action, begin at home, plant some trees.
Just a tree, that's all. Okay. One man, one tree, that's all I ask of you.
One man, one tree.
One man, one tree. That's it. That's our challenge right now.
It sounds like somebody's campaign motto, but we won't go there.
That's the global
one
campaign.
Man, one tree.
One man, one tree.
And one woman, 10 trees?
One woman, 10 trees, yes.
Thank you, Rocky Dawuni. Thank you.